Now, as at any bike show, you see all the normal kind of names, people that we're used to seeing every day, Kawasaki's, Suzuki's, Honda, Yamaha, all the rest of it. And sometimes there's some unusual names, things you've not heard of before. And occasionally there's names that crop up that you've not heard of for many years, like this one, Greeves, a name from the past, around many years ago. Of course, I'm far too young to remember Greeves, but I know a man who is old enough over there.
You know, he's a bit cheeky, is that Paul, isn't he? But in actual fact, he is correct. I do remember Greeves. I must admit, they were out when I was born, but when I was about 7 or 8 years old, the old man gave me an old Honda C50, which wasn't roadworthy anymore, and he says, go out on the mud and go and play and enjoy motorcycling. I did, and a fella came along with a bike called a Greeves Griffin. I thought it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I got to go, and that was my instigation, my introduction to motocross. And Greeves is a fantastic name from the past. What's happened is Greeves stopped producing motorcycles, and then a fella came along only about a year ago and says, why not, let's produce quality motorcycles under the badge Greeves. And that's exactly what they've done. Now this bike will cost you £4,000, or a bit more in actual fact. And in those days, way back when, they would have only cost you a couple of £100. But then again, this is a complete reproduction. Every article has been remade to perfection. And not only is it on the outside beautiful, even the crank like that on the inside is beautifully made as well. It is absolutely gorgeous. All right, mate, how are we doing? Do you know you can buy everything at these shows? There's stands all over the place selling every type of kit, including casual gear. Look at that, 20 quid for the fleece. Only 25 quid there for a hooded jacket taster. Stuff to fit me even. A pair of pyjamas. 5 to 6 year old. Perfect. But obviously being an off-road show, there's bound to be off-road gear. Complete with the glitter. 26 inch, my size. In fact, there's even kit to fit Paul, look here. Triple XL. Oi, Mr. Cameraman. That's it, come over here to me. Wheels. Not very exciting wheels, is it? It's very exciting if you've got a motocross bike of which you want to put on the road, because you need a second set of wheels, because the ones that are on it, especially with a 21-inch front, are useless. You can't buy a road tyre for that, so you change your wheels. You can buy a complete wheel now for any machine you want. You can have what colour you want, what rim size you want, the width of rim you want, you name it, you can have it. Just like these here, this is an XR 600 wheel. You can have every different colour and so on and so forth. Obviously it's going to cost you a few quid, like 400 and some pounds upwards, depending on your demands. Now if you reckon from what you see here that these wheels are built by a small pocket industry, a little place in the back with an old bloke winding some spokes on, oh boy, no. Because this company is a massive organisation. They produce wheels for Triumph and CCM. And you can imagine the order size they've got at the moment with Triumph because of the new Bonneville, spoke wheel Bonneville. They need to make hundreds in a very short period of time. So yes, we're dealing with the big boys. Now I did tell you, didn't I, earlier on, that you could indeed buy absolutely anything here at the Dirt Bike Show. Well, they are, that says it all. Look at that, GoPed. And not only is there GoPeds to be bought, there's even mini motos. And I do wish they'd do an off-road version, that'd suit me down to the ground, my size of bike. And not only that, a man-powered version here, in this little thing as well. I wonder if you want paying for this. Excuse me, I've been looking for you absolutely everywhere. It's time to be off. Now come on.